If you're at the stage where you're selecting materials for your development, it is a very, very crucial time to make decisions based on budget, but also the return on investment that you want to get. So if you are designing a home and building a home in a really lovely area, the materials selection does need to be elevated so that you can sell the home for a great price. And then exactly the same if you're in maybe a low income area and you're doing a development there, you don't want to invest too much because you probably won't see a very good return for those materials. So if you are wanting to save some money on your materials but still want the home to look elevated, here are a few tips to help you do that. First, let's talk about stone. So stone is very important in the home, especially in the kitchen, because it can create that wow factor and also look great in your marketing photos when you are trying to sell. Obviously, you have natural stone options. This one here is called Super White. Natural stone is great because it's unique. It's going to elevate the whole home and make it look incredibly beautiful. However, the downfall to natural stone is, of course, the cost. It's porous, so not great for families. You also have to look after natural stone in terms of maintenance. So there are alternative options if you want to save money on natural stone and also pick something that is more practical. So you could go for, of course, an engineered stone, which has like a marble look. Now, these sorts of stones come in different levels. So you'll start off at your builder's range. So I could show you this as an example of white in builder's range. And then from there, you go up different levels, which will give you different looks. And obviously the higher the level, the more natural the stone looks. But that, of course, is all based on budget. So as you go up a level, the price goes up. My advice would be, depending on budget, if you did have to start at, say, a builder's range stone, that you maybe consider using a feature tile in your kitchen or a feature cabinetry colour underneath your island bench, because I do recommend doing something to give a bit of a pop or a wow factor. So we can look at cabinetry. Your most popular cabinetry suppliers are going to be like your Laminex or your Polytech. I also love using Navrban. I think they have a really beautiful range. When it comes to using the wood grain options on a budget development, I would, as I was mentioning earlier, perhaps use these on your overheads in the kitchen and then maybe use white melamine everywhere else. Or using this just under the island bench would look lovely as well. And this is kind of a way to still bring this warmth into the home without blowing your budget and specifying it on every single cabinet. So if you have a think about your marketing photos for when you're trying to sell this home, you're going to want to put some contrast or something that's going to give you a wow factor. So you would look at, say, maybe your bathroom or your kitchen. Just try to incorporate a feature cabinetry somewhere in there. And then the rest can just be your plain white melamine, which is completely affordable and it's at that builder's range level. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about was tiles. So tiles, you're going to be in the same situation as stone. You've got your natural stone tiles, which of course look beautiful, and we'd all love to use them in every project, but it's just not feasible. So this is tundra, and this is natural tundra grey, but then again, it's not really practical. You have to look after it, and it's porous. So another option where you can still have a feature tile is to go porcelain. Now, porcelain tiles, again, depending on your budget and what you want to spend, they can too be expensive. So you want to start at your builder's range and then go up from there. If you were to use builder's range mainly on, say, 3 walls and a floor in your bathroom, you could pick a really nice feature tile like a tundra tile, just to give that wow factor. Put it maybe on the shower wall or the vanity wall, so that when you are taking your marketing photos or when people are walking in the room, they do have a little bit of, oh my goodness, like, oh wow, that looks really nice, rather than just everything plain or flat or grey. So my advice is to still use the builder's range tiles to keep up with your budget, and then just spend that tiny bit extra to create a wow factor with a feature tile. And then my final piece of advice, if you're wanting to create a wow factor with not blowing your budget, is to add wall lining. Now, wall lining can be put anywhere. It can be put in your living area, in the bedrooms. Basically, you're just taking that extra step to elevate the home even more, and it's very cost effective. So you can get wall linings from Bunnings, or these ones here are from Laminex. There's lots of different patterns to choose from. And these wall panels can be painted to a feature color, so that you're just giving that little something extra for the room. And like I said, again, great for the marketing photos, great for the wow factor when you're coming in, and all for a very low cost. At iSubdivide, we work with our clients to try and add these elements of wow or feature walls or feature cabinetry. It's a little bit hard to kind of imagine what things are going to look like just from a floor plan. So for us to be able to share our materials and our ideas with our clients helps them understand, okay, so when a buyer is coming through the door, is this going to wow them? Is this going to sell their property? And the same goes with the marketing photos. We want to create textures, colors, contrast, and materials so that potential buyers are attracted to your property and you've got more buyers coming through the door. I hope these tips helped. And for more information on property development, follow our channel at iSubdivide.